what our intel analysts need to do for us, which is target acquisition, functional characterization, validation, vetting and validation of targets, right? And then actually executing it on a fixed timeline, right? And maybe it's typically they're linked with other supporting operations as well. Um, but over the horizon targeting and long range precision fires, it sounds great to the joint force who don't necessarily know what artillery strike means, right? I mean, why would they? Um, heck, most of our guys don't even know what that means, right? And we expect the Air Force and the Navy to get that. No. So they're no different than the Army, right? They create, um, words of the day, I like to call them, or commanders critical word languages of the day, right? Like, whatever they can think of, because it sounds neat and refreshing, and it's quote unquote innovative. Um, so they're just as guilty of it. But at the end of the day, deep fires, deep shaping operations, artillery strike, these are all essentially the same thing.
Yeah, in an earlier conversation we had, the Navy favors over the horizon because we got it. If you're a Navy guy, the ocean's not flat. There's waves, things
Right.
move. I got it. But relative to an Army person, you don't have surface ridge lines. All the mountains are underwater. You don't have undulations in terrain apart from the waves. So over the horizon is a means of defining as a surface warfare combatant. Hey, look, there's the horizon. We're going to shoot beyond what we can see. Like, oh, got it.
Well, range is a real thing here, right? And so let's be candid, right? When it comes to thinking in terms of affecting targets at range, the air component, which I lump in, naval uh, air capabilities, obviously United States Air Force and also Marine Corps air assets, right? I lump them together as the air component. They think in terms of nautical miles, right? The idea of having an engagement at 1.5 kilometers, it's probably extraordinarily frightening for them. And so they're just not comfortable, fighting in close ranges. Where we in the Army, that's especially in the field artillery, that's very typical for us. I mean, heck, we use 60 millimeter mortars and indirect fire, engaging targets at 500 meters. For goodness sakes, that's depending on the terrain, that that could be typically a direct fire engagement, right?